courage and dreams, leaving all the worries behind. Rumble in the back, freedom in the mist. You choose straight butter like phosphorus. Gonna be the king on Friday night, while we eating Texas Roadhouse butter biscuits delight. It's payday, Friday. 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 It's payday. It's payday, Friday, Friday. It's payday, Friday. It's Friday. It's payday, Friday, Friday. It's payday, Friday, Friday. It's payday, Friday. It's payday. It's payday, Friday. It's payday, Friday. It's payday, Friday. It's payday, Friday.
Oh, brother. Welcome, gentlemen, ladies, and everything in between. It is a Payday Friday on this Wednesday. Obviously, with the holidays and just probably no one really caring about trading for the next 2 days, I thought it would be fun to do a Payday Friday today. So that's what we're going to be doing. Obviously, pinned to the top of chat and the description of the video for those of you trying to throw your hat in the ring. If you've been here before, you know how it goes down. Payday Friday, throw your name into locals. The 3 people selected on locals will all be getting a free options prop account from Vanquish. Also for Black Friday, they are offering a specialty deal, just all the details. Like I said, folks, if I'm talking about something and I forget to give you the exact details, there's about a 95% chance it's actually right in the top of the description of the video. So we're celebrating Payday Friday. I want to talk about the market. I want to give you some political drama updates. I want to talk about crypto. I want to talk about some individual stocks. Jimbo Cramer responded to us yesterday. I made a video about how he's the best at being the worst to ever do it. And it looks like we got an official response from Jimbo Cramer. So we're going to be getting into that. We're going to talk a little bit about Piper and selling premium and option strategies and future strategies. We got a lot to get into. And I am tilting the scales of luck today. As you could tell, I am currently wearing my luckiest of all shirts. So today should be a good day. So if you want to be on the same plane of luck that I currently am, make sure you throw on your luckiest of shirts. And with that being said, let's get rocking. Stock futures are little changed as Wall Street awaits Fed preferred inflation reading, the personal consumption expenditure report. That will be coming out a little bit later, but just to give you a little bit of a looky-see. So yesterday, the S&P 500, nice climb to the upside, then in pre-market a little weak, but swinging right back around. Similar situation in the NASDAQ, and actually in real time, I'm seeing get hit a little bit. Once again, ES is the S&P 500 futures market, trending up and up and up in real time as we are hitting the new hour. Just a little bit of a give back, but overall, the 5-minute, 10-minute, 30-minute, 4-hour all bullish, 5-minute, 10-minute, 30-minute, 4-hour all bullish on the NASDAQ. But I do want to let you know the overnight session was actually kind of rough on the NASDAQ to the point it got bearish on clearly the 5, the 10, the 30. And with this pre-market excitement, we're seeing a bit of a push, but it's looking kind of suspect, similar to how it was yesterday. Don't forget that the whole world of tech was kind of weak because of semiconductors yesterday. So it might be worthwhile to pay attention to semiconductors again once today. And when I say semiconductors, it's just the processing chip companies, NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, Qualcomm, ASML, Broadcom, all of those. SMH is the ETF tracking that sector. It was uniquely weak, and I'll show it to you in a bit, but NVIDIA was on the edge of a legitimate breakdown. So that's kind of your looky-see at what's going on. Obviously, we have some macroeconomic reports coming out around 10 a.m. There's a couple other things to talk about. But before we get to the economy and the stock market in a more in-depth level, I do want to talk about what's currently going on in the world of the economy. And actually, this is probably the perfect point to really chit chat about something strongly related to the economy. Make sure I have my sound on here. Shout out to the Wellness Company. Obviously, we've been partnered up with them for a bit, and I just want to let you know about their current Black Friday deal. The Wellness Company wants to make America healthy again, starting with you. From innovative supplements to keep you in optimal health to an array of emergency kits providing peace of mind for the unexpected, Wellness Company has everything you need to give thanks to yourself this fall season. Their biggest sale of the year, Black Friday deals, start Thanksgiving Day. Save up to 25% on supplements, emergency kits, and memberships. All the well care you need delivered to your door. This is the best time of the year to stock up. Grab your faves and enjoy the extra savings. Head to twc.health/course and enjoy amazing Black Friday savings. The sale ends Sunday night, December 1st, so take advantage of the short window to stock up right now. Try something new you've been eyeing or grab gifts for your family, friends, loved ones. Once again, that is twc.health/course, KOHRS. Discounts will be applied at checkout. Once again, twc.health/course. Shout out to them for being partnered up with us. And hey, this could be another good option for you, family members, and loved ones. So check that out. And switching back to what I don't know really why some of the people are so interested in this is because there's sometimes some uncertainty. On that particular note, though, we do have some, I guess, interesting news. Trump names Hassett to Economic Post, Greer as trade chief. Donald Trump selects Kevin Hassett to lead National Economic Council. So Donald Trump, the current president-elect, has picked old Kevin Boy to lead the National Economic Council. So what does this mean? Between Howard Lutnick, Scott Bessent, and now Hassett, we're getting a pretty good idea of what the economic team is going to look like for Trump. The move brings Trump closer to rounding out his economic team, with U.S. Trade Representative being the last of the key positions. Trump made the announcement on a post on Truth Social. This is what Bloomberg had to say on the situation.
Hassett, we know, has form. He's been an advisor to Mitt Romney, John McCain, George W. Bush. But he sees trade wars a little bit like scurvy. This is quite the hawkish lead.
Oh, like scurvy.
Yeah, it's interesting that the two picks seem to have different opinions about trade wars, not trade wars, but tariffs. Hassett is definitely focused on tax cuts, which are obviously a priority for the incoming president. And he will be a, strong messenger for his hope, his intention to extend the tax cuts and then maybe follow up on the promises he made on the campaign to expand them.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how hard he pushes with the tax cuts, with the tariffs, with Congress. But perhaps the more brutalist one is Jameson Greer, longtime Lighthizer protege. But this is on China. I mean, he wants generational change with China, doesn't he? He doesn't see a silver bullet, and he sees really the threat from China as being really quite significant.
Yes, he's a longtime China hawk, and certainly will be backing Trump's efforts to use tariffs as an economic saber rattling, or even, whether they impose strict ones or not is unclear. But, he definitely will be advocating for those positions that the president has been espousing for years, really, about on China and obviously on Mexico and Canada, as well as threatened this week.
So there you have it. This one, not exciting as the Treasury Secretary, but I just want to, keep a constant narrative going of those are the major updates that you pretty much need to know as it relates to the economy. Now, I didn't really know where to put this. I just wanted to cover it with all of you. I feel like it's somewhat political, but it's more of just a fascinating story. Vietnam tycoon told to repay $11 billion to avoid execution. What a hardcore headline. Basically, hey, lady, we're either going to off you or give us our bread right now. You either give us our $11 billion this moment, or you're done. Property tycoon Lon was convicted of a $12.3 billion fraud. Investors agreed to provide $400 million loan, her lawyers say. So it was a giant fraud case. We covered it when it first came out, and she did just get the death penalty. I didn't realize that there was a potential way for her out of it, and I guess she just has to, just pay that simple $11 billion back, and I guess they're not going to offer. But, she was intimately intertwined with the government, and she used that position to perpetrate a very, very large fraud. But I just imagine that and be like, hey, we're not going to kill you if you can give us this much money, which is insane. So I'm curious the way that this will develop. Speaking of the economy here in the U.S., thus impactful on the stock market, yesterday we got the FOMC meeting minutes that came out at 2 p.m. Fed minutes show officials prefer future rate cuts to be gradual, so a little bit just calmer, a little bit more dovish.
When they met, guys, the Fed officials looked at the economy and saw that it was good. Rate cuts were justified, but caution also called for going forward. Growth was stronger than expected. Upside risks to inflation small and little changed. Downside risks to the labor market had decreased. The outlook supported another quarter-point cut in the federal funds range. Although members were at pains, the minutes say, to note that policy was not on a preset course, the dangers from letting policy get too tight match those from letting policy get too loose, that they are data dependent. Among the upside risks to inflation, sudden disruptions to global supply chains, a larger than expected ease in financial conditions, stronger consumption, more persistent housing price increases, and those recent sharp increases in insurance costs that we have seen. Several participants noting that their contacts in companies larger in sectors like financial services, construction, professional services, technology were more optimistic than smaller firms and firms in manufacturing. Interesting thing, they did not mention at all the election in the minutes. Although strikes and hurricanes had affected recent labor market indicators, participants generally noted there was no sign of rapid deceleration in labor market conditions. Two other things to watch: a discussion of financial stability and vulnerabilities that participants assessed warranted monitoring, unrealized losses on bank assets, and risks in commercial real estate. And one note for trading desks: some participants suggesting at a future meeting the committee consider a technical adjustment to the overnight reverse repo rate to set the rate equal to the bottom of the target range of the federal funds rate. That would put it in alignment with the existing structure when the facility was established.
All right, Michael McKee, obviously they're at the...
That's enough of a breakdown. Trust me, you don't listen. That in itself was more than you really needed to know. So what does that mean for us? That means for us, when we come to the December meeting, we're not really sure what the cut's going to be or if there is going to be a cut. As of now, we are at the 4.5%. That's the Fed fund rate. Currently in real time, 4.5%. There's a 37% chance that we stay here, and a 63% chance. So basically it's 1/3 to 2/3 of, are we staying here or are we getting another 25 bips rate cut? This is interesting in the fact that the market is putting more of a likelihood, the 63% chance on the 25 bips, which is what the Fed said we're not going to do. The Fed said we're here. We're going to stay here. That was the last summary of economic projections, the SEP report that we got 2 FOMC meetings ago. And at that point, the base case of the median FOMC voting member, they said, nope, we're going to get 50 bips where that's like, we're good. Or like, we're where we need to be, probably not a cut for this calendar year. And yet the market is saying, we don't really believe you. So coming to the meeting in mid-December, December 18th, that could definitely prompt a bit more volatility. So I just want to let you guys know about that, that right now the Fed and the market not really fully in agreement. So that the FOMC meeting minutes came out at 2 p.m. yesterday. Today, we're getting some just GDP stuff came out, 2.8%. The forecast was 2.8. The previous was 3. So GDP quarter over quarter on the first reading coming down a little bit. You have initial jobless claims pretty much in line, slightly less than expected. At 9:45, we do get the Chicago PMI. And then we're going to be getting some of these PCE numbers a little bit later. So we're going to be coming back to that. Recently, I posted a video on how Jimbo Cramer is the best at being the worst to ever do it. There are times that I feel good and bad about trades. Am I following trends? Am I doing a bit of mean reversion? There's a whole gambit of things that you could potentially pay attention to. But the one thing that is perpetually just a dagger right in my heart is if I make a trade and Jimbo Cramer agrees with me. Recently, we've all been following the FOMO and excitement of crypto, specifically Bitcoin, ripping to kingdom come. And pretty much at the top, 99,000, when we're a hair away from hitting six figures, Jim Cramer says the three words that no Bitcoin crypto bull wants to hear. He refers to it as a winner. It's a winner. And it's at that moment that after various bouts of crying, the community as a whole knew we were in serious trouble. Folks, you cannot make this up. Like, truly, you can't. He said it's a winner on the 22nd. He top ticked it, sending it down to 90,000. Now, this is statistically impressive that he's that bad, and I felt the need to make a video on it. And now we actually have an official response to the world of people saying, hey, Jim, stop talking about the stuff that I'm actually invested in. And here's his recent response.
However, there was one place where I was criticized. I got a bunch of yahoos saying I
That's
pulled
us.
the top in crypto by
We're the
recommending.
yahoos.
First, I need to say that I typically do not read the comments on Twitter or X, whatever it is. I have
Baloney.
pretty thick skin, and even if I can only take so much abuse, I can't. There are just too many people who want to rake me over the coals for something I did wrong 10, 15, 20 years ago, or who think it's funny to spoof me like this crypto comment. Ha, ha, ha.
Nothing makes me feel more confident about this idea of, no, I don't read comments, and it doesn't bother me, than using a autoplayed like drums after obviously sarcastic, fictitious, ha. The dude's in shambles.
To me, this is internet idiocy at its best. I've liked crypto
That's
for
us.
a very
We're the
long
yahoos
time.
and the idiots.
Mostly because I know there's a huge constituency of investors who want to buy something that can protect them from our government's busted budget. While there's no proof
I agree
crypto
with
can
that,
protect you from
actually.
anything, at least not yet. It's a plausible story, and it's something that, well, let's just say sometimes that's all you need in this business. I hope the American economy can grow its way out of that huge deficit via higher tax receipts, but I fear that someday we're going to get in one of these partisan debt ceiling fights, and some White House official will start talking about a cram down or a buyback of Treasury bonds at a discount. I am disappointed that both the Obama and Trump administrations refused to issue longer-term 50-year paper, take advantage of those ultra-low interest rates that aren't there anymore. Would have been a huge money saver. Instead, we have all this short-term paper that's now being issued at higher rates. What a mistake! So I own some crypto, and I owned it for ages as a hedge to the idea that someone in the Treasury Department truly decides to do something crazy, call our bonds, say North of Par. Don't laugh. Consider Executive Order 6102. Don't know it?
Boo.
1933, FDR, revered president, issued that order, confiscating gold from the people of the United States, of you and me.
He's not wrong on
the
this.
banking system. Remember, back then we were still the gold standard. The penalty for not turning it over to the government was a fine of up to $10,000, and that's when $10,000 was a lot of money. Worse, you go to prison for 10 years. Some jewelry, $100 in gold coins, and artists and dentists were excluded. But from a modern perspective, this was an absolutely insane move, downright un-American. In the context of the Great Depression, the banking regulations of the time, where the Fed wasn't allowed to lend more money unless it had more bullion, you can see why FDR did it. But the whole situation was absurd. Now, these days, I still have some gold as a hedge. But because it can be easily confiscated, done once can be done again, I think Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe even some other cryptocurrencies deserve a spot in your portfolio, too. Maybe one day if the deficit gets under control, I'll change my tune. But anyone who's followed me for more than 10 minutes knows that I'm a huge skeptic about our government's ability to balance the budget. It's not that we don't know how to solve the problem. It's that legislators lack the political will to do things that are unpopular. Balancing the budget means making painful decisions to raise taxes or cut spending. Most politicians would rather just kick the can down the road and make somebody else deal with it, ideally the opposition. So I own crypto because those national debt worries are never going to go away. Maybe not in my lifetime, but I'll go ahead. I'm going to call the top by recommending it yet again. Weird how I've been recommending gold and crypto for so many years, and yet they're both near all-time highs, and I take heat anyway? Gotta go back to not reading the comments. Just ain't worth the aggravation.
I know this is crazy, but I'm about to say it. Jim Cramer is right. What's fascinating here is his argument for Bitcoin is sound. He's basically saying, hey, there's not enough of a political impetus for these elected politicians to do the right thing. They want to keep the status quo so they can keep lining their own pockets. He likes Bitcoin for similar reasons to gold of, okay, our fiat currency is based on nothing than just trust in the government. We have a situation where our budgets are not good, our deficits are high, and our total debt keeps ripping. And the idea of the devaluation of the US dollar is going to be persistent, most likely for generations to come. That is a sound argument to be in the likes of Bitcoin and gold. And in that clip alone, he brought up of gold in itself, kind of questionable because they've taken it from people before. They have confiscated it. Now, I'm not here saying that, oh, wow, they're most likely going to do it again, but this is something that should be considered. And in the newer generation, it is more enticing to be in crypto just because the gains have, on a percentage basis, been greater than gold. I'm not a person who's a gold bug, and I'm also not anti-gold. Similar to this, I think it deserves a small percentage in your portfolio for a different type of a hedge, but I'm also more excited about the potential future of Bitcoin. What he said in this clip, it's hard from a, I guess, logical citizen of the U.S. to be against because we see how poorly that our elected officials are managing our tax dollars. We also see what's going on with inflation, and we see that year over year, we know that there's all these political promises being made and they're never being kept. It seems like every single cycle, we are financially worse and worse and worse off, and even though they're promising the opposite. What's fascinating here is Jim Cramer might understand all of that. The fact that he's kept this media position, the fact that he has run a hedge fund in the past, the fact that he's been in this world for this long shows you has some sort of ability. What he doesn't have the ability to seemingly grasp is the internet. He doesn't understand that the internet is the ultimate troll. When people keep calling you out as being, like me, the best at the worst to ever do it, and you fight back on it, it makes it more funny. If this guy didn't want this to be the rhetoric of what is going on, around his persona, he would lean into it. He would laugh with the jokes. But the fact that we all can sit here and find out that it means the world to him, well, then it makes it more funny just to keep pointing out all the times he's wrong, just because that's what the internet does. So it's so funny here that I could sit here and agree, honestly, with this thesis of Bitcoin. He's been bullish on it. I do think it goes higher. He doesn't think it goes higher. But time and time again, the entire internet is going to dunk on him if we know that it's going to be bothering him this much. That is just obvious. So for a man who's so allegedly just in tune and knowledgeable about markets and the economy and politics to not understand the troll nature of the internet, I do find it a bit baffling. But we're always going to be here because I don't think he's going to understand it anytime soon. So we're just going to get a lot of things to laugh about. Coming back to Bitcoin, fair question. How high do you think it's going to go? Apparently, Kathy Wood is saying over 1 milli.
We have a 2030 target. In our base case, it's around $650,000.
Base
In our
case.
bull case, it's between $1 and $1.5 million.
That's in the next 5
now,
years.
Remember, we were the first public asset manager to gain exposure to Bitcoin in 2015 at $250. And we still, at 90,000, I think we have a long way to go. Why? Well, first of all, we're getting regulatory relief here. And I think that's one of the most important things coming out of this administration. We will get regulatory relief on all kinds of innovation, including healthcare. So the other thing is we're looking at Bitcoin now being viewed as a new asset class. It's not just a global monetary system. It's a new asset class. And what that means is institutions and asset allocators generally are saying, wait a minute, this asset is behaving differently from all of our other assets. We need to include. So I think that's the next big move. And if you look at years where the Bitcoin has halved and the inflation rate has gone now down to 0.9, it's usually had a nice big move.
Kathy Wood, ARK Invest, calling out for potentially 1.5 million. That is the case for 2030 bull case, but also the base case looking at 600K. So obviously still a 6x value from where we are right now. This is proof that Wall Street has been clearly adopting crypto, specifically Bitcoin. We know socially it's already been happening. The final piece was that regulatory headwind that we were running into with the SEC and the current administration, which is seemingly disappearing every single day. That's the final important pillar of we're seeing Wall Street adoption, social adoption, corporate adoption. It comes now to the government. And obviously there's quite a bit of excitement and enthusiasm coming into the new Trump administration because it seems to be very pro crypto. And to just drive this final point home, this is what Senator Cynthia Lummis just had to say. And really it's going to relate to how I think we're going to see more and more government-based support, not just in the U.S., but I think a lot of governments are about to do what Cynthia is suggesting.
These are all things that President Trump raised during his campaign, and he seems to be assembling a very pro-Bitcoin cabinet. His leadership understand the asset, not only just Bitcoin, but other digital assets and the opportunities for blockchain. And it then moves into the whole AI culture as well. So I see these things as being part and parcel of creating a 21st century economy that has its anchor in the United States. These are
And this is all on if you don't follow what this senator's up to, she's all about a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And she's put the bill up, a lot of traction. She's referring to the president-elect's team that's going to be most likely very supportive of it. And I think that's going to be the final one where really it's just adopted on all major pillars. And I think that's going to create the foundation that crypto and specifically Bitcoin can bounce off of and kind of hold on to and then bounce off of for honestly years to come. And it's kind of funny because we are looking at like even the charts, it's Bitcoin up and up and up. When in reality, the final thing I want to, I guess, explain on this is we all get excited of Bitcoin going up because we're seeing it being worth more US dollars. When in reality, Bitcoin is staying constant. We basically have 21 million. Why it looks up is because it's the US dollar going down. The US dollar day over day, week over week, month over month, year over year is being devalued. So when you have something that is constant in supply, but the value of the dollar goes down, well, when you're denoting it, it's the mathematical sleight of hand that Bitcoin's going up. So my bet isn't necessarily Bitcoin goes up. Of course, it's going up on a relative measurement to the US dollar, but my stronger conviction is in the fact that I think the US dollar is going to still continually get devalued. So just wanted to share all that, especially as we're around this holiday time period. And I know that a bunch of people are going to be talking about the digital internet money with their friends and family. Moving on to individual companies, we, after the market closed yesterday, had Dell and CrowdStrike. This morning, we had some that probably no one cares about, and this means that we're pretty much done with this particular earnings season. Dell shares fall on light forecasts despite growing AI sales, and CrowdStrike raises annual forecasts on steady cybersecurity demand. If you haven't already, sign up for the newsletter, mattcors.locals.com. I give you a free breakdown, all the major macroeconomic events, all of the earnings, and with respect to today, Wednesday, it's a neutral day. The Bulls have won it 56% of the time over the past 25 years with a pretty much neutral profit factor. So the seasonality a bit neutral. Tomorrow, the market is closed all day in observation of Thanksgiving. And then on Friday, it's a half day. The market will close at 1 p.m. just so everyone knows. Piper was on a tear coming into the week, 36 trade win streak. Now Piper is officially at a, 40, yeah. Piper has the Piper signal has been right 40 times in a row. Yesterday was at 11 in the morning. Piper fired off a put credit spread 598 and Q's 507. That for a potential, the minimum unit risk was 320, and it ended up returning $80, which was a 100% credit return. And obviously that's the minimum, so that could have been scaled up for as many units as 320 as you have in your account. So Piper officially on a 40 trade win streak. Do not miss out. I myself did trade Piper, as you could see right here. I sold at 40 cents. I had 25. I let it decay, so I took my $1,000. So right there, $1,000. That was my one Piper premium selling trade of the day. And obviously, your first month of this service is free. Check it out. My entire idea is that you're going to learn enough and find enough value that it pays for itself. Obviously, if you believed, if you looked at the market the same way I did yesterday, you would have paid for about 18 months of this service in one day if you agreed with the trade that I took. Now, obviously, if you just took Piper, you paid for the next month. The whole point is that from Piper, Salad Bar, the private lectures, access to the other traders, access to my trades. The whole point is that you have exposure to enough that it is greatly more valuable than the first month, or really a monthly payment. But the first month is free anyway, because I just want to put my money where my mouth is. Just when you're signing up, when you do sign up, make sure you're a supporter, and you could be a supporter for free by using that code Goonie. And then what you're going to want to do is, once you're a supporter, there's a giant Goonie button right here. Click that, or you come to the second pin message and you could directly find the Discord URL right there. Be careful of the scammers. I am not DMing you about some sort of amazing crypto opportunity or copy trading. That is not me. It's a scammer. Unfortunately, the market is completely full of them right now. They're all over all forms of social media. Folks, if you think it's me DMing you, it is 99% chance that it is not me. I'm not out there randomly DMing people. So just as a little bit of a word of caution, if you think it's me and I'm talking to you about a crypto opportunity, a copy trading opportunity, it's not me. It's just not me. I don't know why so many people keep falling for it, but there's a ton of scammers out there, so please be careful. Now, I do want to remind you, today is a Payday Friday. I know that it's a Wednesday, but it's the last day we're streaming this week, so we're doing Payday Friday today. We are giving away $200 of cold, hard cash, and we're also going to be giving away 3 Vanquish accounts. Because of Black Friday, Vanquish is running a new deal that's actually better than the one on the screen right now. Instead of using code Goonie to get 10% off of your prop options account, you could use Goonie15, Goonie15, Goonie15 to get 15% off and a free reset if you don't pass the test. That is a crazy good deal. It's only going to be lasting up for Black Friday. So once again, pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video, they are sponsoring today's Payday Friday on a Wednesday. Goonie15 not only gets you 15% off, better than the deal that is currently being shown, but you also, on top of that, get 1 free reset. So just wanted to show you that. That is pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. Show them a bit of love. Everyone who gets picked off of locals for today's Payday Friday will be getting an account. The winner of the race is going to be getting 200. So we're giving away a ton of stuff to celebrate the Turkey Day. Dingity ding ding ding. The world's largest casino is now open. Best of luck to all. Play responsibly, and if not, have fun. All right, that's not the best open you really want to see. That is by far not the best open you really want to be seeing today. I do want to fire off one quick trade, though. We do have some stuff coming out at 10, so that's in about half an hour, so prep up for that. And then I also am trying to trade the small cap sector. The small cap sector. What date do I want? What date? What date? What date? What date? What date? What date? All right, cool. Did that. Done. Sweet. No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Anyway, Bitcoin trading at 94, having a decent pump back. Maybe we should be marking out the pre-market highs and lows. Oh, the pre-market lows are pretty freaking low, dude. Jesus. Why did they do that to us? The pre-market low, according to the futures market, happened around 20 o'clock. Wow, that got real low. And then here, I'll mark out this high too, just so we know if we're breaking above or below the pre/post market gains. What are we doing right there? That was, oh wait, that was 9:30 yesterday. Do I have my, that's Tuesday. I just want the Wednesday stuff. Just give me the good Wednesday stuff. What's that? 20, that's 21 o'clock. So we're already snapping the pre-market. Where is this? 21 o'clock. So that's the high, that's the low. The NASDAQ already snapped I'm way off on this stuff. Sorry, that's why I thought it looked so odd. What time is that? That's also 21 o'clock. So 21 o'clock, we had the relative high in the S&P 500 and in the NASDAQ. We just snapped it on the NASDAQ right here while the S&P 500 is holding it. We have quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus. Quite a bit of craziness coming out of the gate. 5-minute suspect of breaking, 10-minute suspect of breaking, 30-minute trying to hold on, already breaking down on the NASDAQ, the 5-minute, the 10-minute, and the 30-minute clearly puking. So this might be like yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus. There we go. Did that never fill? Don't tell me that. It didn't. Son of a gun. It didn't. Why would it do that to me? Why would that do that to me? All right, I'm going to wait and be a little bit more patient. I'm trying to not chase coming out of the gate. Folks, it is a Payday Friday. Show Vanquish a bit of love. We are doing some prop trading with them today, just kind of waiting for this opening session. Actually, I should probably log into my web trader right now just to get ready for said trades. Let's log in. Don't look at my password. Logging in. All right, cool. I am ready to rock. Okay, cool. I'm getting ready to go, but Vanquish basically just trading with someone else's money. We're trying to pass a test, and then if I trade well, obviously you guys know about prop trading. There's a good chance you do if you've been watching me. This is the first company I found that is good for options prop trading. I know you guys are familiar seeing me doing quite a bit of it with futures prop trading. If you're more of an options trader, this is a great time to get in. Use Goonie15 to get 15% off and also get a free reset. It's a little bit of a, dude, the NASDAQ is getting smoked. A little bit of a Black Friday deal we have going on. A little bit of a Black Friday. Bitcoin's looking good. Coin's up 3.5%. MSTR is up 7.9%. You have Tesla slightly green. Is it semiconductors that are vomiting again? Is that what we have going on this morning? Do we have some semis? Jesus. I think we have a bit of a problem. We're definitely snapping the 5-minute opening. Oh, wait, that is the 5-minute right there. Yep. So 5-minute opening. It seemed a bit stronger on the SPY, showing some clear weakness on the Qs. I mean, look at that vomit. The 5-minute just right out of the gate. 10-minute. 30-minute. Even the 4 hours now close. Man, is it the semiconductor industry? Let me go to SMH. Yeah, SMH once again. Is it NVIDIA? Yeah, NVIDIA is having currently a legitimate breakdown. Right here. Right, wait for this. Wait, there we go. Look at below the 50 EMA. We're making a lower highs, lower lows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red days in a row. 5 trending down days, lower highs, lower lows. Like, this is not healthy looking. I mean, there have been times before when we get below it and it really, on a percentage basis, has a considerable hit to the market. So be careful there. This is your official semiconductor industry might be breaking down type of a warning. Did you get approved for the 40K max payout? I did not. I went on tilt after understanding that they now have 2 consistency rules, not only based on profit, but one also based on drawdown. And I needed to trade up higher to be in alignment with the second consistency rule, and I didn't hit it, and it went completely on tilt. So I have a lot to make up. So I mean, you could actually argue that I'm farther away than I've ever been. I didn't realize that there was a second consistency rule, which is 100% on me. And then trying to quickly trade, instead of following my system, I try to quickly slap on some trades to, just try to get to where I needed to be to make the money. And that's, as soon as you start going away from the system that was actually working for you, that's when you're clearly asking for serious trouble. And I got into serious trouble. So revenge trading, forcing trades, not being patient, going on till basically whatever rules you could have broken, I did break them, which sucks. But I now am very well aware of what this second new consistency rule is. So I hope that I'm going to be better this next time around. The whole consistency thing with Apex makes me nope out. Well, it's always a game of risk reward. The fact that we have things like prop trading such as Apex, well, okay, they have that consistency rule, but the trade-off there is you're risking a lot less money. You're trading with someone else's money. So like there's no such thing that's going to be exclusively pros for you across the board. I actually find Vanquish's consistency rule to be the easiest to manage, and it's probably just because it's options trading versus futures trading. But the futures trading, their consistency rules, in my opinion, are starting to get like just a little crazy. NVIDIA catching a little bit of a bid right there. But like I said, that's my humble opinion on the matter. I find Vanquish is just easier to conceptually understand and also to hold yourself accountable to it. So the opening 5-minute range really was just 1 minute of puking in the NASDAQ, broke down on the NASDAQ right here at 935. The SPY has still not broken its 5-minute range. We're still just looking at this opening, I guess, balance and how, and now we might be puking. We're about to find out. Jeez. 508. About roughly halfway. I wonder if we're going to get a quick retracement back up to like 507.50 and then puke from there. SPY actually, I thought it was about to break. Here, let me quickly show you what's going on in the options market. I want to just give you a little bit more clarity of the situation. Where we go, trace, hero. All right, options flow as of today, pretty flat. Let me make this a bit bigger. Here is the net delta movement, just kind of a little bullish, a little bearish, a little bullish, a little bearish. That's for the S&P 500 index. The things that make up the index has been selling all morning, and then the Mag 7 itself selling all morning. So that's not so good. And then with respect to the current big plays, I see a weird like straddle situation going on here at 6,020. I see sold calls and long puts at 590. That's definitely bearish. And I see a call credit spread at 645 and another one at 675. So this is a neutral to bearish bet, neutral to bearish bet. This is just saying, hey, we expect movement. That's a sold straddle. So they're looking for something to happen around this 620. And then we have long puts and sold calls, which are both bearish. So based on the current 0 DTE, I mean, it seems like there's a more of an attraction to the south side, especially when I start to consider what I'm seeing in the options flow on the equities in the Mag 7. But please understand, we're only 11 minutes into the day. There's still a lot that could be happening from here. The SPY has not broken out or down yet. The NASDAQ broke down, but it seems to be kind of saving itself right now. So various things to look at. And like I said, if you're trying to trade options on this, protect yourself. The bane of people's existence in their trading career is not being able to survive long enough. Basically, before they learn their system and their skill set, they blow out their account and then they get frustrated and quit. So one of the best things you could do, in my humble opinion, where are we at? OEV, OPA, options account, OE. I'm trying to think about all the accounts that I have. OEV. Okay, cool. I think I have this now. SPX. I just want to see. Let me get down to where we are. But as you're working on your own system, why not lower your overall risk by, like, instead of blowing your own account? I feel like there's better ways that as you're in the training wheels portion of your trading career to kind of take advantage of the things. Like, the whole goal is just to hold on for a bit longer and give yourself the longest runway possible. Seeing strength in the small cap sector, not only on an intraday basis, but also on a daily basis. Just a nice higher high. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4 comes down, puts in a little 5, looking for that pop up all the way to 6. But I like the higher highs. I like the higher lows, looking for the small cap sector basically to break above 245, which would be a new all-time high. The Qs are consolidating after putting in higher highs and higher lows. Similar situation with the SPY. The SPY is looking stronger. The Qs are looking weaker because the semiconductors. Bitcoin is recovering after putting in a higher low. Solana recovering after putting in a higher low. Nvidia is suspect. Coin consolidating at a higher low. MSTR got slaughtered yesterday. Curious if it's going to recover. Tesla still just consolidating. Palantir continuing to grind higher. Rum trying to hold on to that $7 mark. Netflix, a little bit of a consolidation after hitting an all-time high. Microsoft, having a great day yesterday. I'm still waiting for this overall wedge structure to break one way or the other. Apple also looking really good, coming back up to maybe a weird oblong cup and handle, but it does have higher highs and higher lows. I'm watching this 236, 237 level. Meta, recently lower highs and lower lows, but a nice recovery yesterday, so maybe changing trend. Amazon continuing that slow grind higher. Oil chilling at 70. Gold maybe putting in a higher low, but also putting in lower highs, so a bit of a consolidation. Bonds are just chilling at 93. Texas Roadhouse hitting a new all-time high at 205. Boeing potential bounce recovery, but really running into resistance once again at the 50 EMA. Palo Alto Networks grinding higher, consolidating right now. Broadcom looking pretty weak like the rest of semiconductors, such as ASML. And then a final crypto play, Cores, consolidating at a recent high level. And what do we have? We have the SPY coming back. So ES is trying to hold bullish on the 5-minute, 10-minute, and 30-minute. It is suspect, but let's watch it. While the 5-minute, 10-minute, and 30-minute on NQ, on the other hand, are not looking so good. Wow. Yeah, we snapped that pre-market low. ES has not snapped the pre-market higher low. Looking at the full overnight session, has not. Ooh, is this going to run into some resistance right here? Do I want to play this on Vanquish? What are we trading at? SPX. We're trading at 6,017. Let's go to this 10-minute view really quick. Let's see what the options flow. Like I said, 620. I mean, look at a lot of sold calls, a lot of sold puts. Kind of a weird straddle going on. Mag 7 options are not looking good. Equity options not looking the best. It bounced a little bit, but you wonder if it's tilting again right now. Index options picked up, faltering recently, but call me crazy. I kind of think this goes down. Let's buy some puts. Buy 25, market, verify. All right, getting some puts on my Vanquish account. I just got to fill at 690, so I need to get out at 740. Limit 740. We're taking a stab at it. We're going to see how it goes today. I'm just curious if this is enough of a retracement, but we'll see. Oh, I see the Russell's picking up. Ooh, while we're watching this, I want to cut this really quick. This is one of those additional weird mismatched days. You're seeing the SPY tell you one thing and the Qs tell you a completely different thing. What are we doing? So index options picking up, but the things that make up the index not looking so good. So another weird day where the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ don't agree, and also the price movement and the options don't agree, which is most likely a telltale sign of just this holiday season. It really, really is. All right, where are we at on this? Anyway, I'm trading my prop account via Vanquish. Like I said, I think we're going to run into some issues here. I think we're running into some issues. Let's just keep watching this options flow. If you guys are curious about Spot Gamma, they are also doing a Black Friday deal. I think 80% off new accounts. NVIDIA, I don't think that's a real trade. I think that's another misprint. We saw that recently on Tesla where it's just like a data era from TradingView, but I don't think we actually had any trades go through above 137 today. MSTR, decent comeback up 9.5%. Coin, decent comeback up 4.6%. NVIDIA is down 1.8%. That is not good. RUM fighting red green. DJT. Is there any nice trending things coming out of the gate? Any nice trending? Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. All right. I'm back in the green on this. Like I said, it seemed a little suspect, and I just basically base it off of the options flow. It was looking weak, and also the Nasdaq's weak, and just this chance of a double top. I played it right here at 944. I was curious if the red green move was going to be resistance. It actually looks like the intraday high is a bit more resistance. But I'm curious now of, is the Nasdaq about to go? Russell's given a little bit back. The Russell seems to be doing way better than the SPY and the Q. So small cap looking a bit stronger. And I think these quote unquote large caps are just concerned about semiconductors. Texas Roadhouse is crushing it. Texas Roadhouse, like I said, new all-time high. I've been in this now for like a year. I got in at 103, so I'm up $100 a share. Texas Roadhouse might be my best quote unquote investment of the year. SMCI, I see people commenting about. Intraday, it's up 6%. It's right at that 50 EMA. It tried to break out on Monday, got smacked on Tuesday. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out here. It's kind of a pivotal level for it. I'm just trying to set up. I don't want to miss any breakdowns or breakouts. I don't want to miss any breakdowns or breakouts. Hang on, what are we doing here? That was the 930 low. Are the Qs about to break down, team? Are the Qs breaking down? The Qs, one test of yesterday's low. This isn't looking so good for the Qs. It's not looking so good for the Qs. Not looking so good for the Qs. Let's see if we can actually do a little bit of a linear play. Like I said, I already have puts. over here. I'm just trying to be patient. I got into puts on the SPY right here. I waited for this bounce back up, predicting it to fail, basically seeing what's going on in semiconductors, seeing some weakness here in the Qs. We're going for it.
Order submitted.
We're going for it. We're going for it. We're going for it. Is there going to be a puke? Basically looking at this trend line breakdown, trying to go with the overall trend, just looking for various things to align. So I saw that it had a double top issue here at yesterday's low value. I see that the 5-minute, 10-minute, and 30-minute are suspect on the SPY. I see that the 5-minute, 10-minute, 30-minute are all red on the NASDAQ. And this seems to be a similar case of just this SMH kind of puking. Not so good. We see strange stuff in the options bets, way more bearish than bullish. And we see now actually the index options going one way. We see equity options going one way. We see the Mag 7 puking. I just think there were more things aligning, favoring the bears than anything else. And then am I going to get chopped out? Oh, it got so close. My goal was 56 and it got as low as 59. I'm basically just praying that there's not some sort of random bounce like there is right now. What is going on? We got some dip buyers coming in. Some dip buyers coming in. SMH is getting smashed right now. Where's NVIDIA? Is it NVIDIA? Yeah, NVIDIA's close to this low. That's not so good. I think all eyes are on this right now. Does it really want to vomit? Oh, and I got that fill. I had that pending order, so locked in $1,250. This is an eval account, so I haven't passed, but you could see right here, basically got in, I believe, at 690, sold at 740, just got my fill, so locked in $1,250. To pass the eval on Vanquish, you have to have 10 trades, 10 individual trades, and there is also a consistency rule. That one's pretty easy.
Order canceled.
Shit. I was trying to get 3K on all of these accounts, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that didn't do it. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Oh, and all of these are kind of suspect because I think the net liquid value. Okay, so which one? I need to do a little scalp. Now we're playing a little bit dangerous. All right. No. How could this happen to me? All right. We have to figure something out. Which accounts did not hit $3,000 in profit? All right. We got to figure this out. Here, let's just exit this. New Apex. Man, even if it was a tick more. All right. So which ones didn't hit it? 152 is going to be the lead account. 152. All right, so there. 148, 143, 148, 143, 60 and 55, 60 and 55, 60 and 55, 54, 58, 54, 58, 61, 59, 57, 53, 53. I'm just trying to only select the right accounts. I don't want to trade the ones that are actually fine. So 152. Dude, so close to getting all of these passed. Look at 3K on most, but more on like half the accounts. I was off by a little bit. I was off by a little freaking bit. Okay, how do I want to handle this? I got to be smart here. I can't do something completely stupid. I can't do something completely stupid. So thus far, halfway good on my futures props and already crushing it on Vanquish right here. Like I said, they are the sponsor of today's Payday Friday. Goonie15, not just Goonie. Goonie15 will save you 15% and give you a free reset. So if you're looking for a time, take advantage of this Black Friday deal. If you want to do some options prop trading, I cannot believe that I was that close. I need $100, so I needed to go 5 points in my favor. 5 points in my favor. How could I be that close? That, look at, I almost pass all these. 3K on everything, but it's just a little bit of slippage on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 accounts. So 9 is good. Okay, can't mess this up. Can't mess this up. Okay. We're going to be smart here, folks. We're going to be smart. We're not going to do anything dumb. We're going to keep the train on the track. We're going to be disciplined. We're going to be looking for those right opportunities to take advantage of this. The Q's obviously making a fresh low. The SPY has yet to really do anything. We haven't seen much movement in the options positions, but we see the Mag 7 options vomited, showing a little bit of a bounce right now. We see the same thing, flow alert, suggesting a bottom at 955. And then we have a little bit of craziness. Index picking back up. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to be a bit smart. Pray that semis don't get completely crushed. We know that we have an inflation report coming out in 2 minutes. I'm going to wait for that inflation report. That is my plan, is to wait for this inflation report and see if I can quickly make some money off of that. If I can somehow, I just need to nudge these bottom half accounts over. I just need like $100 more on the worst account, which I think I could pull that off. It's just $100 and we're going to be right there. So I'm a fan of that. I'm definitely a fan of that. Let's see how this goes. Let's see. What time is it? It is 9:58. Is our boy Rick Santilli going to be talking? Is our boy Rick going to be giving us this inflation report? All right, we're seeing a little bit of a bounce. Little bit of a bounce in the Qs there. And a little bit of a just consolidation going on in the SPY. But just to let you know, the 5-minute and the 10-minute and the 30-minute are all in the danger zone in the SPY. And the 5-minute, 10-minute, 30-minute are all clearly in the bearish zone for the tech sector. In fact, the 4-hour is close to breaking down. So be careful with that. And you should also be careful in the general sense that in 60 seconds, we're going to get a report that's going to cause the market to go a little bit crazy. So let's just calm, cool, collected. Let's not do anything. Let's not do anything nuts. And let's just hope that Rick delivers us some news that we can make some solid trades off of. And we can actually, for this report, let's see what happens to Bitcoin in the meantime. We're getting smashed a little here. Getting smashed. All right, what are we? We're 30 seconds out. 30 seconds out and counting. 30, and here I'll put up the Russell too, so you can see what's going on in small cap. So we have the SPY, the Qs, the Russell, and Bitcoin. All should be expecting volatility in about 15 seconds. Do I have the audio on? Here we go.
And David Faber live, as always, from Post 9 of the New York Stock Exchange. Ahead of a big data release, the Fed's preferred inflation number, PCE, will cross in just a moment due to tomorrow's Thanksgiving holiday. A reminder, markets are closed tomorrow for the holiday.
Get ready.
We've got full team coverage for you. Rick Santelli in Chicago will have the numbers as they cross. Steve Leisman and Jefferies chief market strategist David Zervos will join us with their reaction and with some context.
Kind of a muted reaction, honestly.
As we await that inflation number to cross. We've got a mixed picture. S&P down 0.1%. You do have strength in real estate,
kind of a
financials, and
mixed
healthcare,
situation.
weakness in technology. Excuse me. And that's after some earnings releases. 10% move lower in HP, more than that for Dell. That inflation data just crossing. Let's go to Rick Santelli.
Yes, our boy Rick.
Yes, well, first, let's go through the three.
Rick's in
numbers.
chat.
This is a 7-parter for October. On the income side, double
our boy
expectations.
Rick.
Instead of up 0.3, we're getting up 0.6. Up 0.6 equals where we were in March. To find a higher one, you have to go to very beginning of the year in January, up 1.4. So this is a solid number. If we look at spending, also as expected but solid, up 0.4%. That follows up 0.5%. These numbers have been strong. Now, if we adjust for inflation and look at the real spending, it's up 0.1, up 0.1, and that
Options
follows
getting
up
hit.
0.4. Up 0.4 was the second best of the year. Now, the inflation numbers, we have 4 of them. The first one, of course,
Order
is the
filled.
price index month over month. And we're expecting up 0.2. It is up 0.2. But remember, for the last several months prior, we've had lower numbers. If you look at where we were in May, we were 0, then 0.1, 0.2, 0.1 in August. So you could see that's been a bit of an uptick. Now let's take that same headline and go year over year, expected up 2.3. It comes in at 2.3, but that's not necessarily good news. And the rearview mirror was 2.1. 2.1 was the best going
Order
back to
filled.
February of 21. 2.3 equals August. To find a higher one, you go to the July when it was 2.5. Now, let's look at the core numbers, probably the most important 2 numbers we have. If we look at core month over month, It is coming in at 0.3 as expected, same as in the rearview mirror. But once again, if you look at where we've been, we're 0.1 in May, we were 0.2 in June, so you could see this is also a bit of an uptick. And finally, year-over-year core, this has really been on the sticky side, expecting 2.8. It comes in at 2.8, and just to put a face on it, we have not been below 2.63 all year, so these are a bit on the warm side. But as expected for the most part, yields kicking up just a smidge, about 426 and a 10. But remember, we're at 4.25 before all these numbers this morning, so really haven't seen a huge amount of movement. Now, we have pending home sales for October, but for that, we go to Diana Olick. Diana?
Diana.
Pending home sales rose 2% in October month to month, according to the realtors. That's a beat. The street was looking for a slight drop. Sales were up 5.4% compared with October of last year, and this is the highest level on the index since March. This even though mortgage rates rose sharply in October, starting near 6% and ending near 7%. This count is based on signed contracts, so people out shopping during the month and inking contracts on a home. Sales rose in all regions of the country, even the South, where we saw back-to-back hurricanes. Sales of newly built homes, which are also based on signed contracts, actually fell sharply in the South in October. Now, this bump in existing homes recently is likely because there's just much more supply on the market. Active listings up 29% year over year, according to Realtor.com. And finally, my favorite stat, the lockbox indicator. This is a count of how many of those door key lock boxes are open to show a home. The realtors say those openings were up 7% year over year in October, which suggests much more demand moving ahead into the winter months. Sarah?
Okay, thank you very much. Diana Olick, Rick Santelli with all that data. I mean, guys, the big headline here is that it's in line, so it doesn't really give us any major clues about what the Fed is going to do. The overall inflation rate, 2.3%, it was as expected. It's close to 2%, but it's not at 2%. And as Rick said, core is at 2.8%, so it's a little closer to 3% than 2%. But again, that was pretty much as expected. And it shows that it's not a straight line down, because as Rick said, a 0.3% monthly gain in core PCE is not as good as 0.2 and 0.1, which is what we were getting a few months ago. So the Fed wants to see that move down, but Fed Chair Powell has said numerous times that it is going to be a bumpy path down to 2%. So are they still going to feel comfortable cutting? Probably. I mean, right just before that number, the market was at 66% chance that they'd cut in December. We're no change, it looks like, after the numbers. So not a real swing factor. I would also just note that the economy is doing well. Spending 0.4%, that was expected, but it still shows signs of healthy spending, and incomes were the surprise, coming in double what was expected by economists. So wages higher, incomes higher, bodes well ultimately for the consumer. If you're looking for any signs of big changes or turns in the economy, you're just not seeing that from this data and from what we're getting right now.
Yeah, I see personal saving 4.4. Is that a big change? I'm trying to think if that's a directionally.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked, because we made a chart of the savings rate. We have this savings rate. It's kind of where we've settled lately. So savings rate has been all over the map since COVID. Remember when it spiked during COVID, when we were all home and stimulus checks were coming in and people were nervous, all the way up to, more than 30%. We had another second sort of spike coming out of COVID, but then it has been normalizing, and we are back to levels a little bit elevated from pre-COVID, but the savings rate, I think, doesn't suggest a lot of stress out there. There's still some cash buffers for consumers, but it is coming back down to normal levels. You know, there's a big debate.
Shut up,
about
lady.
What the Fed should.
I did it. Right here. Minimum wheat, 53 to 53. All of them right across that line. This one was by $5. By the skin of my teeth, getting all of them passed in front of you live, folks. Dude, it's a payday Friday. It is that determination. 3K, 20 counts, 60K, did it. And then on top of it, even honestly more exciting, getting another 1.2 on Vanquish. Dude, folks, how do I just want to play the audio from Payday Friday. How do I, hang on. I don't necessarily want to go back to the intro, but let's, hang on, downloads. downloads. Where was it? This one. Can you guys hang on? Let's just get a little Payday Friday excitement. Dude, this is how you do it, team.
Payday Friday, money on the mind. Fucking got deep dreams, leaving all the worries behind. Rumble in the back,
Dude.
freedom in the mist. You choose straight butter like phosphorus. Gonna be the king on Friday
Am I the best to do
night, while
this?
we eating Texas Roadhouse butter
Dude.
biscuits alight. It's Payday
Folks,
Friday.
I can't articulate how easy this is for me. Just so easy. Best to ever do it? Maybe. Just hundreds everywhere. Dude. Turkey. Dude, we do it all. Luck. Call it luck. Do what you want. Call it what you want, dude. Easy. Payday Friday. I got paid. Easy peasies. Such like an asshole thing to do. All right, let's see if we could get another Vanquish trade in. Vanquish last time, I think I got 3 out of the 4 major trades. I'm looking for this bounce to fail. SPX. All right, I'm looking. I want to get another Vanquish trade in here, but which way? Let's see if we can be smart. Options are choppy. Equities. All right, it is tilting a little bit. I wonder almost if I could, like, is there going to be a little pop that I could take advantage of? Russell's getting hit. The Qs are right at their downsloping trend line. All right. What could we do here? Is this actually going to tilt? Lower highs, classic trend line to the downside. What did I play last time? 610. What are we currently trading at? We'll trade the 605s. All right, let's get 25 of these. All right, we're going in again. Wait, am I? Oh, I'm on the wrong account. Hang on. I need to figure out, has anyone, oh, sorry, I need to get on the right one. So that was really awkward. You guys just saw me thinking that whole time. Has anyone figured out how to get rid of these accounts that you've blown? I need to make sure I'm on the right one. Daily P&L 1,250. I want to double check because I have, like, most of these I've blown, and I know I have 2 live accounts on Vanquish. I need to figure out. I think I could do it from the account management or something. But if anyone else has figured out, let me know how to do it. Oh, right there. We just dipped out of nowhere, dude. Dipped out of nowhere. How's the flow looking? Call credit spread up here at 645. Another one up here at 675. Like I said, trading at 615. So based on weird straddle here at 620, basically the high of the day at 947. Someone sold calls and sold puts. So that's, and they did it at size, 2K each. Like I said, call credit spread at 645. So they're betting on the market 645. They're basically saying the market will close below that level. And then what do we have? We have another one up here at 675. So this is a bet, which is obviously much more likely, but they're saying it's going to be below that. Those are the 2 bets, major bets right here. Call credit spread, straddle, and then long puts, and long puts at 6,000, 5,990, 5,980. I think if you have patience, I think this is going to work. You know what? You know what I need to do? You know what I need to do? All right, I'm going to try to slap on a trade. Do I need to do this thing where I reload it? It says we're trading at 621. No, we're not. Why am I always getting these? This is like a newfound data issue I'm having, where the prices are clearly not right. Okay, now they are correct. You know what I'm gonna do? All right, I'm gonna sell these bad mamma jammas. Sell these bad mamma jammas. All right, I'm throwing in my trade. I believe Piper, let me double check if Piper is firing. Yes, sir, Babo. All right, if you're in the Discord, I'm going to give you Piper right now, and then we're going to go over some of the Payday Friday celebration stuff. What do we have? All right. What do we have? What do we have? All right, I'm typing as fast as I can. I just don't want to mess it up. Don't want to mess it up. Don't want to have any typos or confusion. Okay, if you are in the Discord, Piper just fired. I put that in there. And then I also made a trade. So let me just take a quick screenshot, and then we're going to get to some of the Payday Friday celebrations, if you will. We're giving away some cash. We're giving away some options accounts. We're basically just having fun. You know, we're celebrating Turkey Day a little bit earlier. I honestly think Thanksgiving is the best holiday. I truly believe that. Like deep in my loins, I believe that. Thick trades. All right. And I think I'm good. So Piper fired. That's in the Discord. My trade, which is basically taking Piper, I put in there. The other thing I want to do is we're noticing that there's a nice ability to scalp. Credit. Dismiss. Okay, 150. Nope. I'm having typo issues over here. Okay, did that. Cool beans. Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. So market's breaking down kind of what exactly we saw, not only in the options market of just the structure of the day, call credit spread, weird straddle above where we're currently at, long puts. So that makes sense. Checking out the flow of the day, the Mag 7's vomiting, the things that make up the equities market probably vomiting because of the Mag 7, and then the direct bets on the index itself vomiting. So putting all that together, not looking so good. Now, I do want to call out 6,000 might be a key reaction level just because so many people react to it. But, well, it's such a key technical level, such a key psychological level that you might be wanting to watch this. But lower highs, lower lows. We just took out the 931 low. We just took out the 1001 low. Obviously, the market not reacting as bullish as you'd want to see from the PC report. But if you're on the bear side, you're probably really, really liking what's going on today. Probably really liking what's going. What in the world? Oh, that makes more sense. I just don't know how to read. Small cap. This is kind of surprising me that small cap's taken such a hit, but and also don't forget that this is kind of a strange. I mean, obviously it's a full-fledged trading day, but also it kind of feels like it's a holiday trading day. And I'm just, yeah, it's NVIDIA. NVIDIA's vomiting. I've been warning everyone about NVIDIA. There was nothing big brain about this call out. This was just saying, wow, it's really pushing the 50 EMA. Oh, wow, we're breaking below the 50 EMA. Wow, that's a lot of red days. Wow, NVIDIA is the top company in the world. If that goes down, I bet there's some serious issues. And that's exactly what we are seeing in real time. NVIDIA is getting torched. That's a legitimate technical breakdown. So as this continues lower, it's no surprise other things are having problems. Now, is there a possibility this is a fake out? Of course there's a possibility, which is why you can't just bet the farm on that playing out. But there's a legitimate thing to be paying attention to, a legitimate thing that we should all be paying attention to. So I just want to let everyone know about that. Everyone, I want you to know about that. All right. What time is it? 10:17, which means you have about 13 minutes to figure out how to get the way 82 other people have done it. I just need your contact information. What we're going to do is we're going to have 5 competitors, 1 from Rumble, 1 from YouTube, 3 from Locals. The 3 people luckily selected from Locals will also be getting a Vanquish account. This Payday Friday is sponsored by them, so you're getting a freebie prop options account. Now, I just want you to know with Vanquish, you can buy yourself one. With Goonie15, you're getting 15% off. And on top of that, you're going to get a free reset if you unfortunately don't pass the challenge. So I just want to let you know about that. It's a Black Friday deal, but we're also just straight up giving some away. And on top of that, the winner of the race is getting $200 of cashola. Cashola. So like I said, in real time, we're picking a person from Rumble. In real time, we're picking a person from YouTube. That's going down in 12 minutes, which means you have 12 minutes to figure out how to put your name on Locals. It shouldn't be that difficult. 80 other people have figured out how to do it. My mods could help you, but pin to the top of chat in the description of the video. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why I have all those pages open. I like my trades on the day, slow and steady. Wins the race. And yep, shout out to Vanquish, doing a little bit of prop trading, a little bit of prop. Spy catching a bit of a bid. So kind of what I would be looking for. I wouldn't be chasing it. You never really want to chase it to the downside. So clearly there is this fresh impulse to the downside, without a doubt. Well, actually, I could argue this is a fresh impulse. Like we broke some recent lows. So whether you want to base it off of this 10:01 drop or 10:16, what I'd be looking for is, regardless, we trended down. Then what I would want to see is a pullback, and just kind of, maybe I could do it better with a different drawing tool. Let me find the right drawing tool. Brush, would this work? That is kind of what I'd be looking for. So whether you want to count the first impulse at 10 here to this current low and a break, the point is I want to see a pullback that is still inherently lower, maybe a little bit of a fake out. I did intentionally put this high above the other one, just like where people kind of get trapped. And then from there, the pullback, the fake, and then the actual move. So it's this zone that I'd be looking, and ideally right at the end here where I'd be looking for this. Now, obviously this height, I'm just drawing it in real time. I don't know how high this bounce will or won't be, but overall I want to go with the trend. Obviously 5-minute, 10-minute, 30-minute bearish, 5-minute, 10-minute, 30-minute bearish. So that's like why I'm biased to looking for a bearish setup. But the reason you don't go chasing the breakdowns is because you get bounces like what we're seeing right now. You want to be the person who's like, okay, in this longer time frame, the 3, 5, 10 minute, I see a breakdown. So then you want to see a reversion in a smaller time frame just to lessen your risk. So then if you are wrong, you just don't get completely pummeled. And then the other side of that argument is, well, hang on, what if it just keeps going and I miss it? Oh, well, if that happens, you just miss it. That's going to be fine. But what I would look for is a counter trend movement in the short term that then breaks to go in alignment with my longer term one. And I actually find it easier, instead of just waiting for the first potential one, like, oh, right here, should I take this? I would actually wait for the second one. So like, let's just say this was the first impulse on this particular time frame up. Okay, cool. I'd wait for the dancing around, maybe even a break. And then as that falls over, That's what I'd be looking for. And if you do that, that's a pretty conservative way to approach the market. You're going to be missing out on ones where, oh, it doesn't retest or you just miss it, and that's fine. But the concept of chasing, especially if you're just trading 0 DTEs, the way it works out is it's much more brutal to be wrong than it is rewarding to be right. So you have to be much more concerned about that. So once again, to be explicitly clear of what I would personally be looking for, basically you already saw my trades, but I just want to be very, very clear here, is we saw an evident push to the downside. We saw a bit of a reversal. What I would want, that's not enough, especially if you want to be a conservative trader. You would want to see a little bit of a like consolidation and then maybe even a bit of a fake out, like where it goes above, and then you want that to fail. And it's on this push right here. So almost like a 5 portion setup, like 1, 2, 3, and then the fake out would be 4, leading it over to like 5/6, depending on how you're counting of like legs. So yeah, if you want, you could have taken this. Regardless, the worst one in this whole setup would have been chasing it down, because you don't know if the chase is going to keep going or if it bounces. And in this case, it bounces, and on different time frames, you're going to see different things. But just blatantly chasing the breakdown, that's a tough thing to do. It's generally better to wait. So even if you wanted to be super aggressive, you probably could have waited these couple minutes. So instead of chasing down here at 608, at least you got to fill at 609, saving you a bit. But I'm saying a different level where, like, okay, right here we saw a fresh low. Is that a fake out? If anything, I'm targeting this area. Even if I want to be short, I still want to see this, like, this pump back up and then fail. That's what you'd look for, because it's just minimizing your risk. Once again, if you chase it right there at 1023, you're already pissed off because you just got involved with like the stop losses getting hunted and it bounced right back. So it just becomes really, really difficult to do it. That's why you don't want to be going long at the high of the day, short at the low of the day, just because sometimes it's going to work for you. But just because something works sometimes in trading doesn't mean it's net profitable. And I think people conflate that stuff all the time. So yes, there are some times that if you were chasing a breakdown, I'm sure we could all find examples of it working. I'm sure we could. But that's not the smart way to be long-term profitable, because if you get it wrong once, you could lose everything. So you're basically just saying, nope, this is a perfect system. So a better way to do it is, all right, we saw this impulse to the downside. Let's just look on this leg. And I obviously don't know how the market's going to play out today. So that's leg 1, leg 2. So leg 3 broke. So that tells us that maybe the market is still hungry, but we're not done yet. That doesn't mean you like blatantly chase this. What you would look for is some sort of consolidation right here. Maybe it goes slightly above, maybe it doesn't, but like that dancing around, and then the dancing around right here starts to break. So we're already bearish bias because we broke down. Then we're continuing with our bearish bias because we just saw a fresh low. Now we're just looking for a reasonable entry to get in and play this. So if you are wrong, you obviously can protect yourself. And I think it's actually even better if there's a little bit of a fake out, the way there was a fake out here at 1023, a little bit of a fake out above this value, I think is where it could get really interesting. So that would almost be like your ready aim, and then the fire is when that falls over. If it doesn't fall over and it's actually a reversal, oh, okay, you weren't involved in it. You weren't involved in it whatsoever, so you're fine. So this is, I don't know, 4, 5. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ready, aim, 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 fire. It's the RAAF technique. The ready, aim, 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 fire. Everyone knows the RAF. Ready, aim, 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 fire. And I think a lot of people, they kind of start with just that last step of just firing, when really you got to be readying. And then the more you're aiming, 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 probably going to be better off. So right here, still that breakdown, still wouldn't have done it. I'd be waiting for a pushback up here that I would look for it to fail. You could be a bit more aggressive if you see semis getting completely demolished. I suppose you could. Nvidia's not looking so good. Russell here. Oh, let me get the Nightbot up so it starts tracking your comments. Add to cart feature Nightbot. Why can I not log in? Nightbot. Didn't this happen last time too? Okay, here we are. Giveaways. Settings. Random number. Next. Viewers. Next. Range is invalid. Range is valid. Done. All right. So we're going to be rocking with this in a couple minutes. So the first one, it didn't even go yet. Or if it did go. I just want to see the names populated. Hang on. Settings. It's not running yet. This doesn't count. Settings. Giveaway. Next. Done. Entries. I don't even know what I'm running on this one. What are we doing now? And that's the official breakdown. So this one, if you waited for that retest, obviously you didn't get the fill. If you waited for a portion of a retracement, even like if you're like, you know what, I'm going to wait for like it to come up halfway, obviously that would have filled. And now you're just riding this to the downside. The Qs are breaking, the SPY is breaking, the Russell is holding, but NVIDIA is going. So I can't technically start the giveaway yet because I did post that it'd be at 10:30. So while we're waiting to do the real-time giveaway, what you can do is still throw your hat into the ring for locals. Just do what all these other people are doing. It is linked in the description of the video, and my mod will drop it in real time in chat for all of you. What in the world? What? Okay, I don't know if I did that right. We'll find out. But we are seeing a bit of a puke. So obviously, shout out to Vanquish. If you're interested in the prop trading I do, you've seen me doing a lot of futures. Recently, I've been more so transitioning into options prop trading, basically trading with someone else's money if I can pass the account. And obviously, if you do well, it's a payment. You get the payment. Vanquish, you keep 100% of it. A lot of these other prop companies are actually like a percentage split type of a thing, but Vanquish, you keep it all. Right now, if you use the code Goonie15, you get 15% off and a free reset. So pretty cool offer. I got my one trade in on the day, 1,250. And now I'm basically just waiting to see what happens with the market. Waiting. The Russell, like I said, a bit of a bounce. Long call, short call. That's for the 27th. What am I in at? Why did I get such a horrible fill? What? Why would it do that to me? Why would it do that? All right, let me lock this in. Throwing out a fishing order. Maybe we get something good. Okay, cool beans. We're pretty much at 10:30. Oh, Tesla. I'm getting a breakdown or a breakout or some sort of alert on Tesla, and it is not looking good. Tesla, official breakdown alert, might be now shooting for this downside gap fill to 324. So for my scalp traders or short-term swing traders, that would clearly be my target level. If I was betting against Tesla right now, I'd be taking my profits just below 325, currently trading at 330. That's probably a pretty easy trade. So that's clearly my target. Just wanted to let you know, just getting that breakdown alert. All right. Let's start with the giveaway. Settings. Random number. Next. Everyone can do it. Next. Range is valid from 1 to 100. So, all right. Well, that does not count. I didn't hit done. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. No, I didn't hit go. Okay. Now we're going. Whoever wins on this one is going to get it. Someone got it. Damian Williams, following status unknown. The answer was 85. 85, and his second guess, I guess, was 55. Damian, please comment away the best way to reach out to you. If you are the overall winner, we're going to need a way to reach out to you. But Damian, you were the first one to guess 85, so obviously a congrats to you. All right, we need to pick a person off of Rumble. 10, 2, 25. All right. 22. And we should also go to this. All right. 22. And we are counting from Mike Kimmel. So the 22nd comment past that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. WMD. WMD. Let me write all these down just so I don't forget them. Damian Williams, and then Rumble. We have WMD, and then we have to pick our locals 1, 2, and 3. So let's just do that right now. Let me move this off screen. Just trying to be as fair and random as I possibly can be. How many comments were there? There was 103. So we're doing from 1 to 103. 44. 58 and 20. All right, let's see who's who. Each page is 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Matt Stryker. Congratulations on also auto-winning a locals account. Next one was 44. So 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Maverick. Peter Maverick. Dude, we'll call you Mav. And then the last one was 58. So that's 50. And then 8 into this, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. Viva Jurgen. We'll call you Viva. Viva Jurgen. So we have Damian Williams from YouTube, WMD from Rumble, Stryker, Mav, and Viva, all from Locals. Stryker, Mav, and Viva, congratulations. You already won something. You already won the Locals account. So make sure, as I'm doing this right now, if you are listening, if Stryker, Mav, and Viva are listening, make sure you register on Locals. That's the only way we could possibly credit you with your options prop account. You have to register on the website. So, and everyone should do it just so you can get access to whatever current awesome deals they are running. So we did all that. We picked our people, which means we need to bring this now to the next level. We need to bring this to the next level. Continue. Race. Settings. Add names. All right. First one representing the land of YouTube is Damian Williams. Then representing the land of Rumble is Weapons of Mass Destruction the first time around. Then we have Stryker. Then we have Mav. And then we also have Viva Jurgen. All right. Those are our 5 people. We're going to do another random map. And let's hope that this time around we are not accidentally murdering everyone like we unfortunately have done in the last couple of races. I mean, it's been brutal in the past couple of races. Also, very, very quickly, just to show you where the market at, the SPY is puking, the Qs are puking, the Russell is doing its thing, not looking so good. It was looking actually pretty good this morning. It's still technically in the green, while the Qs are down 1%, but that is looking rough. All right, let me get back to the SPX on this, just so you could see it. We were talking about a potential short opportunity in here. It undershot it by about a point. So if you're aggressive, you got it. But right now you're even in that consolidation. So maybe even setting up for another leg down. The options market is flattening out, but still looking pretty brutal. Equities doing the same thing, flattening out after getting absolutely pulverized. So that means that we are in the fun portion of the day. We are in the fun portion of the day where we get to find out if the SPY is going again. We get to find out if, in fact, capital if, I need to once again upgrade my insurance, because in the last 2 times, 4 out of 5 died, and then last time all 5 out of 5 died. We reran it, and I think 3 out of 5 died. So we're getting to a pretty, I guess, precarious situation with me and my insurance company from running these Rumble by running these giveaways, by doing Rumble in the Jungle types of marble races. So before we get going with all of this, let me show you the competitors. Let me show you what's happening. They have their marbles. We're getting ready. All right. Looks like we are starting off with a giant ramp running into a giant funnel. We have loop 1. We have loop 2. We have a spinny thing. Then we have interesting contraption up there with spinny things and circle loop-de-loops, just to be concluding with another smash there, and then a little bit of a minefield at the end, one more loop-de-loop, and then a moving finishing. Look all the way there. They need to pick the proper one, left or right, because to win, you might either get dropped into the victory basket or you might get dropped into the hell below. So that could all get pretty intense. So that's the race we have. Folks, please let your voices be known. Who do you think's going to win? Who do you think is going to win on this one? Are you pulling for Damian Williams? Are you pulling for Weapons of Mass Destruction? Are you pulling for Maverick? Are you pulling for Stryker? Or are you pulling for Viva? If you had to bet right now, obviously you guys are all prolific marbles racing fans. If you had to bet right now, who do you think this is actually going to win? It has to be WMD, all right? Stryker. We have some people pulling for Stryker. We have some people pulling for Viva. We have some people pulling for Mav. This is actually a pretty balanced one today, so I'm excited, and I honestly just hope that they all live. And obviously, shout out to Vanquish Prop Trading. Get your prop account today. Don't forget to use that code Goonie15 for the Black Friday deal. And we are off. Based on positioning, WMD had the lead and is currently holding it, but I'm expecting a lot of things to be changing as we are deciding, or as a spectator, we are here waiting to see which racer is going to make the first move, who's going to drop in and really get this race going. Mav is currently leading, but any racer could drop at any moment in time. It looks like it's going to be Mav, and we will use the camera to follow Mav through the first loop-de-loop, and trailing right behind is Stryker. Mav leading the race, followed by Stryker, followed by Damien, followed by Weapons of Mass Destruction, and the caboose of the race is currently Viva, I want to say. All right, Mav coming up. Oh, and almost slicing it, Stryker running into an issue. It is neck and neck between Mav and Stryker on this current one. We have a ball coming through. Mav making it out and choosing to go on the right path. Viva, second place left. Stryker still following Mav. So it looks like there are 3 competitors who are currently in play. Viva shooting out of nowhere. Both Mav and Viva are taking the right path. Stryker taking the left path. Let's see if Mav can slice it once again. No, Viva is the one who instead took advantage of the situation. Getting smacked, Mav breaking out. What is happening? Stryker actually taking a lead on a completely different path. We're going to have to get a replay of that one. But Stryker very much leading this. Stryker, where'd you go? There. Stryker and Mav, the two this started with, currently leading, but Stryker slightly ahead. Has he figured out the perfect system to get through? He has. All right, a little bit of a minefield, but Stryker has an important decision coming up. As we get down these speedy stairs, the biggest decision of Stryker's day is coming up. Will he pick the left path? Will he pick the right path? Will he pick the correct path? Stryker, can you do it? He picked the right path. He needs to get down there quick, folks. He needs to get down there quick. Will he get through the right hole at the right time? Will he find it? Stryker! No! Stryker missed out. Viva trying the same path, a little bit delayed. Did he get the proper timing? Viva and Mav taking their time. Did Mav make it? Mav dead. Mav also missed it. Did Viva, will he drop at the right time? No, Viva also dead. Folks, this is getting crazy. There's 2 left. Maybe the early bird does not get the worm today. Will Weapons of Mass Destruction drop at the right time? Weapons did it! Weapons of Mass Destruction! Lagging the entire race, made the tactical decision to drop exactly where he needed to. Exactly. Congratulations, Weapons of Mass Destruction. You know what? Just because we're here, we might as well see what's going on with DW. Let's just see. We got to respect our competitors. Also dropping inappropriately, DW dead. Folks, 3 races into this, when I have this many casualties, race over race over race, I'm definitely going to have to upgrade my insurance. There's too many deaths in this thing. There are too many deaths. Wow, that's crazy. Weapons of mass destruction. Congratulations on winning. Congratulations on representing Rumble. Also, congratulations to Striker, Mav, and Viva for getting a Vanquish account. Obviously, everyone else can still get 15% off with that code Goonie15. Check that out. Weapons of mass destruction. Please, in Rumble chat, tell Chaos the best way to reach out to you so I can send you your money today to make your holidays a little bit more exciting. Let's get rid of that. Let's go back over to this. Let's go back over to, all right, we're getting a bit of a bounce in the SPY, a bit of a bounce in the Russell. Things are bleeding pretty bad, but SPY bouncing harder than the Q. So a little bit of relative strength in the SPY and the Russell, relative weakness in the Qs. Obviously, for everyone who participated, thank you. You guys always make these Payday Fridays so fun. I truly enjoy doing them. And obviously, shout out to Vanquish for sponsoring it. Once again, Goonie15 for 15% off and a free account reset if you don't pass your first time around. Like I said, we're seeing a bit of a bounce there. We're also seeing a clear change in the options market, too. These people who had long puts at 6,000 and 5,990, they closed half their position out. You could see the drop right here. So we had some put monetization hitting the tape. Let's actually check that out in real time. Let's check that out in real time if this ever loads. Yeah, right here. See how this the light blue and the dark blue had a dramatic pop from 1037 to 1041? That is those puts, those long puts being monetized. And specifically, they had a strike of 5,990 and 5,980. So as it dipped from them being out of the money to in the money, as you might expect, they chose to monetize. And that was that big pop right there. And in that pop, some people bought calls, but the call buying has since kind of flattened out, and so has the put selling. So options are now a little bit flat, so it'll be interesting to see which way it trends. But like I said, 6,000 is a very important level to watch. Key technical level, key psychological level. You gotta be watching that. That's exactly why I marked it out beforehand, and obviously not so surprising on the dip below it why we saw this monetization, people locking in their money to head to the weekend, if I had to guess. So we'll see how much of a bounce this really has. For it to be a dramatic bounce, which is possible, you're going to see a big uptick in options. Like, it would have to be aggressively buying calls and selling puts. So is it likely? No, not on a day like today heading into a holiday, but it's still possible. But remember, we live in a world. Weapons of mass destruction said, give it to St. Jude. Weapons of mass destruction. Can you confirm this? Send it to St. Jude. Dude, all right, hang on. I'll do it right now. St. Jude. Okay, let's do it. Donate now. Donating. It was a $200 donation. All right. All right, hang on. I'm doing it. I just don't want you guys to see my password, but I'll just show you proof. Complete it. Okay. Loading. Donating. Loading. Cool. Did it. Thank you. $200 right there. Dude, honestly, that is such an incredible, heartfelt thing. Such an incredible, heartfelt thing. So right there, this is in honor of Weapons of Mass Destruction donating $200 right there. Just wanted to show you that I actually did it. Just sent in a PayPal. That's so incredibly nice. That's such a good karma, good person thing to do. $200, great charity. That's so incredibly kind. Man, I obviously was not expecting that, but obviously shout out to St. Jude. If you guys don't know what it is, it's a phenomenal charity helping kids who are battling cancer. It's very vicious stuff. Money goes to a great cause, and I think that deserves a special round of applause that Weapons of Mass Destruction decided to donate the $200 to St. Jude. Just wanted to show you in real time that I actually gave them the money. That's so kind. That's actually really, really cool. Man. Day over day, it just proves that you guys in my community are way better than me as a person. It's just you guys make me want to be a better person. So that's so sick. That's so kind. Obviously, well wishes to you, your family, your friends, loved ones for this holiday season, and obviously everyone in here. Unfortunately, the Russell's still going down. The SPY might be turning right here. Be careful because we might just be putting in a lower high. Same thing with the Qs. Watching semis. Watch SMH. SMH, yeah. We're bleeding into the holidays. Bleeding. I would have donated to White Dudes for Harris, but I guess St. Jude is good too. Actually really funny. Adam Aaron's such a piece of shit. We love our retail shareholders. If you're not already done so, join the 1.4 million. Dude, this guy's such a scumbag. We're only getting started. So much more to come for Rumble. That's good. Ben Stiller has said woke comedy has killed edgier comedy. Woke America. Yeah, when he played Simple Jack. So wild. So wild. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? GME people. Did GME continue? Because everyone was saying it would, but it's probably going to get smashed. Up on the day, up 3%, not smashed yet, but it is a matter of a time. Now, can you make money on it? Yeah, just because you know it's going to get smashed doesn't mean you can't make money on it. You just have to play it appropriately. Where are we at? Are we missing anything else? Now, just because I looked at one AMC thing, they're now trying to serve me more AMC. What is this? I don't think we live in the same country as these people.
Girl, same. I can't even believe you know.
Hang on. It's a good song. What is this?
Such a big fan of you. Same, girl, same. I can't even believe you know who I am, and Are you kidding me? I can't believe you know who I am. Oh well, you are like a breath of fresh air. Every kid I know is just like knows your name, is singing your praises. The way that you play with fashion and just are unabashedly yourself is the most exciting thing I've ever seen. What are you wearing?
Okay, so I'm wearing Coach tonight, and what's so special about this is made of hand-spun yarn out of all of their old fabric swatches. They really just understood my style and my whole ethos of sustainability.
What has been the biggest influence on your style?
Most of my inspiration is like objects. I'm a collector. I have like tchotchkes all over my apartment.
Same, it's a problem.
No, exactly. I'm like, why do I need another figurine?
Because they're cool.
So, like,
oh, these are all yours?
No, these are Coach.
Oh, okay.
These are mine.
Oh, what has it been like for you, this whole thing? Like, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy to be here and just celebrate fashion, celebrate Stuart. And honestly, this feels like wrong.
I'll be rooting for you and your family, and we're so like honored. And you're an absolute beacon, bright light. Love it.
Does anyone see a difference? I think I figured out who she looks like, and it's the nerdy girl from AP Bio. I think it's the exact. I think I found it. I think look at that and look at that. I think I cracked the code. She is the nerdy girl from AP Bio. Look at that. Look, is there a difference whatsoever? I cracked it. I figured it out. Matt Kors, figured it out. This girl is this girl. No difference. Ooh, market getting smashed. Ooh. That's a brutal one. How did this? Am I making money yet? Oh, I'm up $1,500. This was the trade that was called out real time. So if you're sitting there saying, "Aw, shucks, I wish I had $1,380 heading into the holiday season," you coulda. It's the real-time trade, November 27th. I sold 30 at 70. It's trading at 20. It was called out, and I did it. Ask the Discord. It was posted. I don't know. It was there. I don't know. I don't know. So that's what kidney stones feel like. Jesus Christ. All right, folks. Okay. Folks, it's the holiday season. It's been a good day. It was a solid Payday Friday on this Wednesday. It was a bit different, but it was a bit more fun. Shout out to everyone who participated in the race. Shout out to Weapons of Mass Destruction for doing such a generous donation of $200 to St. Jude. I'll be thinking about that all break. You're a very good person. Obviously, my well wishes to you and my well wishes to everyone else in this community. Folks, the market is closed tomorrow. It's a half day on Friday. The Friday trading volume and liquidity is going to be so low that I'm not going to be participating. This is my last stream and trade for the particular week. And then we're going to come back and hit it hard on Monday, kicking off not only a new week, but obviously a new month. We're getting rocking with December. We're seeing if we could take advantage of the Santa Claus rally. In short term, be careful just because, yes, the SPY hit a new all-time high. The Qs are a bit suspect, and we have some crazy things going on with semiconductors such as NVIDIA. Pay attention to that. But then we also see quite a bit of relative strength, not only in the crypto sphere, but also in the small cap sector. So probably pay attention to that as well. Shout out to Vanquish for sponsoring today's Payday Friday on a Wednesday, and also shout out to TWC Health. All the information for those things are in the description of the video. Folks, that's what I have for you. I got to not only get my butt in the car and start driving for a couple hours, but I need to somehow trick my cat Piper into getting in the car because she absolutely hates it. So that in itself is probably going to take a couple hours. So please be careful for the rest of today. Clearly, in the short term, the Bears are in control, but don't be so surprised if, as we get to the end of the day, if there's some funny stuff going on. So please just don't get over greedy, respect your risk. And if something goes quite a bit in your favor, not necessarily a bad idea at that moment in time to set a break-even stop loss. That's what I have for you. We will be posting content over the break. It just won't be streamed. We have some videos, some short videos, and we have some VODs. Stuff is prepared, so make sure you are following, subscribe, notifications on, all that good stuff. But most importantly, enjoy the holidays. Folks, the market's always going to be there. It's always coming back. But spend the time with your friends, your family, your loved ones. Enjoy the holidays. You don't have to get so crazy with trading every single minute chart. We don't get many breaks. Take advantage of the break. It is good for a mental reset. I promise you, it will make you a better trader. So enjoy it. Be safe, and if not, have enough fun to make sure that it was worth it. That's what I have for you now. We'll be posting content, but then I'll be streaming again on Monday of next week. Love you all. Thank you so much. Catch you later. Have a great holiday. Peace.